How's it going, everyone? It is Pifnish once again, and welcome to another Marvel Rivals video. I am really excited to bring this one to you today. It is a strategy that has increased my win rate, as far as I can tell anyway. And I think that if you take this strategy and put it to the test, you will see much better results. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Thank you for coming to the video. Now, why do I call this a secret strat? I say that because I don't think I've seen anyone on the internet, be it a streamer, YouTuber, what have you, talk about this particular strategy. What are you going to hear from them? Working on aim, learning your characters, positioning, all the common stuff that you learn as you play. And I would even say the lower tier of the strategy I'm going to talk about today maybe touched on a bit, but as we get into it deeper, I haven't seen anything at all on it, and it is a complete game changer, at least at low to mid elo. And I think there's going to be enough stalling here. Let's go ahead and get into it. We kind of have to talk about what it's not to realize why it is so powerful. It is not working on the mechanics of your character, it is not working on your aim, it is not working on your knowledge of a character. That is all good and common sense. If someone's telling you to do that, that's good advice. However, I don't think it is enough to sway a match. And why is that? It is because there are 11 other players on that field. 5 of them are yours, 6 of them are the enemy. What you do does change the matchup, but not nearly as much as the whole. You could be an amazing, let's say, Spider-Man. What does that change? You go back, you knock their healers out. It's going to change the match. It could contribute to the win. But as a whole, the other party members need to be doing their part. You might have a team on the other end that is absolutely amazing. They are rolling through you, and you could be a top tier player. If you don't have that backup, let's say you're a great Magneto. If you're not getting healed, then you're a really good Magneto who's frustrated and not making any progress. So let's get into what it is. It is communication. And there are different levels to this. And I think that the lower tiers have been touched on. Let's talk about the lowest, and I think that is pinging. The ping system is good. If there is someone in your backline, say, once again, a Spider-Man, you've got to let your team know he's there. Especially, if he's out there getting the healers, the tanks are going to be wondering, why am I not getting healed? Well, you're walking back from spawn. Ping your threats. Also, if they got a good DPS sitting in the back or off to the side, say a Squirrel Girl or a Scarlet Witch who's about to drop, ping them, let the team know they're there. And usually people like to focus the pings, so even if you're in a single queue, then pinging is going to increase the rate at which you win. But that's not all. Audio communication is huge as well. And side note, this is all stuff that I also have to work on. I am not perfect at. I'm not saying I am the best at doing call outs, jumping on there. It's something I have to force myself to do. And it is a game changer. So, audio call outs. Letting the team know what's going on. If any of you are prior service, especially Army, you'll know the 3 Ds: distance, direction, description. It is important that you make your call-outs effective. So, going back to the backline example, if you just jump on, first time saying anything, say, hey, Spider-Man, you're not giving enough information there. Yes, Spider-Man exists. Why does your team care? You have to let them know, hey, Spider-Man's in our backline, or he's, back here with the healers. make your callouts effective. You can also push a little deeper into that and coordinate who you're focusing. If you're just letting your team focus whoever they're going to focus, you might have someone who is not being effective with their targeting. For example, I've had matches where I was Thing and there was another Thing, and my healer was healing me, their healer was healing them, and me and this Thing were just going punch for punch, not changing each other's health. It was more of a novelty. No real change was happening on either team. Now, if you could call out, hey, me and this Thing are going at it, they're getting healed, go after their healer. If there's someone who is open to do that, then now I've just won that fight. The match swings in our favor. Audio callouts. Up to this point, none of this is profound information. Communication is key. Everyone knows that. It's a real life skill that bleeds into this game. But I think what I'm about to get into now is the secret strat. The secret to changing matches from being a major loss to a major victory. And that is your attitude toward your team, no matter what is going on in the match at the time. How many times have you been in a match where you lose that first round and you might have a bad DPS? I see it a lot where the DPS is 4 and 11 and someone gets on the mic or in the chat and says, hey, get off that character, you're trash, how are you in this? And that frustrated player calling out the other player who's not doing their job creates this environment where they get defensive or don't listen, even though they should change. But now, because of the hostility and the bad attitude, now you're just stuck with that character doing whatever that character is not doing right. And the rest of the team is frustrated. They just have loss on their mind. Okay, we're going to lose this match now. And they don't put their heart into that match. And what you could do instead is go at it with a better attitude from your standpoint. Let's say the other character is the one who's not pulling their weight. You could suggest for them to change, but don't immediately jump on them. And if they don't, you can't save them all. But if you're the character who isn't pulling their weight, or there's something not in the favor of your character at the time, even if that person is a little hostile toward you, don't let that get to you. It is one match. You should either A, actually change, or B, I'll give you an example that made me actually make this video. I was Magneto and the only tank. We started the first round and we just filtered in one by one, feeding ourselves the meat grinder of the other team. And near the end of that round, one of the guys was like, hey, do you think maybe you want to change Magneto? I'm a good Magneto. My stats look terrible, but I wasn't getting healed because we were filtering in. The DPS wasn't able to take out any of their threats, so our stats looked bad. When he said that, I jumped on the mic and I started off with an attitude. But a few words in, I thought in my head, no, wait. Everyone's frustrated, including me. It's not the healer's fault, it's not the DPS fault, it's not my fault. It's the way we're all playing the game right now. I presented how we're doing wrong, they all agreed. And we went into the second round and wiped the floor with the other team. We went in, we were cohesive, we were calling out correctly. I was able to protect our healers and protect the back line. I was still the only tank, we didn't change up anything. And we won that match because of how we treated each other and how we communicated. That being said, I know everything in this video isn't terribly profound. It sounds like common sense, but try to put it to practice. I promise you'll get better matches. I came out of a major loss streak, started practicing this, and now I'm moved into a major win streak. Thank you so much for listening to my rant. I hope this works for you. Please, if it does, come back, get in the comments, tell me if it worked, tell me if I'm lying, tell me if I'm over embellishing, but I promise you, you will see results. I'm not promising you a 100% win streak, but you will see better results. A lot less frustrating matches, and you will see a change. I can promise you a change. Thank you so much for coming to my video. I hope you have a great time playing. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, I would like to start streaming soon. I've been seeing a lot of great engagement. Let's keep it up. Have a great time. Biffnish out.